So you got Abe, this righteous dude, right? Chilling with the big man upstairs, having a little chat about Sodom and Gomorrah. Now God, he ain't happy with what's going down in those cities. He's like, yo, I gotta go check this out myself. So he sends a couple of his bad motherfuckers down there to see what's good. Meanwhile, Abe's standing there like, hold up, God. You ain't gonna mess with the good folks while you're handing out justice, right? God's like, nah, if I find some righteous cats down there, I'll cut them some slack. Abe's like, what if there's only a few righteous peeps, though? God's like, all right, for the sake of a few, I'll spare the whole damn city. As the angels traversed the cosmic expanse, Gabe couldn't resist igniting a discussion about earthly delights, kebabs. Yo, Mike, Gabe exclaimed, his voice echoing through the heavens. You ever seen those kebabs they whip up in Greece? They smother them in cheese, man. Cheese. Mike, with a puzzled expression, raised an eyebrow. Cheese on kebabs? That's not kosher, he mused, his wings fluttering with disdain. But Gabe wasn't finished. And get this, he continued, in India, they got these flat kebabs, like Sikh kebabs. And guess what? No coriander. Mike's reaction was immediate. No coriander, blasphemy. Coriander's a kebab staple. How can you have a kebab without coriander? But then, Gabe dropped the ultimate bombshell. And what about them Greek biftiki kebabs? Flat as a pancake and stuffed with cheese like some wannabe burger? I mean, seriously, who puts cheese inside a kebab? It's like defiling the sacred art of skewered meat. Mike shook his head in disbelief, muttering to himself, heaven help us if they ever start putting pineapple on kebabs. So these bad motherfuckers roll into Sodom, and Lot, this righteous dude living there, he's like, yo, come crash at my crib. At Lot's humble abode, the villagers, their minds still swimming from the milk bar, were itching for some good old ultra-violence. They were all agitated, demanding the old in-out on them angels. But Lot, he's like, hold your horses, my droogies, these fine gentlemen are under my protection. Meanwhile, them angels, they're still yakking away about kebabs. What the fuck is a Persian kebab? Sounds like something straight out of the ninth circle of hell. While the angels, Gabe and Mike, were dropping knowledge bombs about kebabs left and right, there was one thing they couldn't claim. They hadn't eaten nearly as many kebabs as Lot's daughters. Those girls were fat. I mean, really fat. See, these girls, they may not know shit about finer dining when it comes to kebabs, but they sure as hell had some experience under their belts. They've been tearing through kebab joints like it's their damn birthright. Lot's like, hell no, y'all ain't touching my guests. Take my daughters instead if you're so desperate. Now that's some messed up hospitality, but Lot's trying to play it cool, you know? Lot's daughters, feeling a little neglected, were eyeing the rowdy crowd from the milk bar, itching for some action. But the crowd replied, we are not that desperate. Those girls look as if they have been hit by the ugly stick. Feeling a bit salty, the daughters couldn't help but throw some shade, blaming the crowd's rejection on not being open to body positivity. Your loss? That you can't handle a little extra curve. Keep chasing your narrow ideals while we shine with self-love and confidence. They muttered, flipping their hair with attitude. But deep inside, Lot's daughters felt a pang of sadness. Denied of their dream of ever becoming the village's bicycles. These angels ain't having it, though. They blind the whole mob outside Lot's house and are like, yo, Lot, grab your fam and bounce. We're bringing down the fire and shit on this joint. Before calling down the wrath of God, Mike makes a dramatic posture, raising his hands and bellows in a loud voice, water wears away stones, its torrents wash away the dust of the earth. Lot mumbles, what the hell is this dude talking about? Mike just shrugs. I don't know what it means, I think it just sounds cool as fuck. Gabe's just shaking his head, muttering something about Mike needing to lay off smoking that incense. Lot's dragging his feet, so these angels literally grab him, his wife and their 2 daughters, and haul them out of there. They're like, don't look back or you'll get smoked. But, you know, curiosity killed the cat. Or in this case, Lot's wife. She takes a peek back and gets turned into a damn salt shaker. Next morning, Abe's peeping the scene, sees smoke rising from where Sodom used to be. God's done with that place, wiped it off the map like it was nothing. Lot and his daughters, they're hiding out in the mountains. Now this part gets real wild. His daughters are like, we gotta keep the bloodline going. So they get their pops drunk and take turns being impregnated by him. Yeah, messed up ain't even the half of it. So those 2 daughters pop out some kids and boom, we got the Moabites and the Ammonites straight from the family tree of Lot. Talk about keeping it all in the family. Damn. But hey, That's how it went down back in the day. Shit was crazy, man.